Hey everybody, this is Hadrian. Thanks for watching. Let's play some more of our Civilization 5 tutorial. So, we realized, or I realized, because I'm not going to pin this mistake on y'all, in the last episode I was really gunning to build our next wonder in Warsaw, and, you know, the Sydney Opera House, it needs to be built in a coastal city. Duh. I just wasn't thinking, and so we're going to make sure that our great engineer that we are sending that way doesn't really go anywhere else until we figure out the best possible city for that person or that wonder to go. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's pull up the where do we need to go? Yeah, city list, economic overview, and then these are our cities. Now I need to pick one that is probably our best coastal city. So I guess it needs to go in Neapolis because Neapolis is our best coastal city. So that's what we're going to do. Again, this is going to add an additional 50% to the culture output of a city. So as soon as this is done, I think Neapolis will be ready for another construction project. So we're sending our great engineer down to Neapolis. It's almost 2005. Still some issues with barbarians in Malacca, but they seem to be handling their business pretty well. Somewhat well, anyway. Alright. So as you can see, these are the cities with the highest tourism. We dominate the list. Rome and Warsaw are each generating a bunch of tourism, so that's good. That's helping with the cultural victory. That's what that's telling you. You'll only see those dialogues in single-player games. I kind of wish they would pop up in multiplayer, but they only come up in single-player. Notes for Civilization 6, right? All right, so that caravan's going to go to Vancouver. All right, that camp is done, so let's go up to the next set of deer and... and improve them. We can go ahead and build lumber mills in this area. So pretty much everyone voted for themselves. Excellent. All right, yeah, we're going to build the Sydney Opera House starting in the next turn, and then this great engineer can help us get it done faster. Perfect. All right, they are ready to go in Neapolis. So that miscalculation is corrected. As soon as globalization finishes, we're going to get even more delegates. Of course, it's not going to finish before this next vote. So we're going to have to see how this goes. I might actually have to spend some money to steal some city-state allies from Maria, just to reduce the number of votes she has and increase the number of votes that I have. It should be pretty easy to do. Specifically, I think I can just give 1,000 gold to Tyre. Ooh, interesting. So that just put us up at 201 influence, and we're still... Wow. Holy crap, she has a ton of influence with them. So I'm going to have to work on them over the next couple of turns until the vote. So I have 4 turns, basically, to give them enough gold to convert them. Let's see. They want Latin paganism to be the majority religion. Could I potentially buy a great prophet, maybe, and send a great prophet their way? Yes, I could. Although, that great prophet's probably not going to get there in 4 turns. I'm still going to do it. Alright, so we don't have the money to upgrade this caravel. I think I pointed out that caravel in a previous episode. Alright, so we now have the ability to build bomb shelters, but we don't really need them just yet. I'll go ahead and build one in Rome so that when I do start building them, they build faster everywhere else. Just working on improving all those tiles. All right. We're going to hurry the production on the Sydney Opera House, and I think it said there were 2 turns left. Yep. So that'll be a nice boost. We'll build a medical lab in Antium to help the city grow faster. Oh, yeah. I was going to send them away from that tile. They need to be on that tile. All right, these workers need to build a farm there. Looks like there's some uranium on that tile. So I don't think it's possible for us to expand that far We certainly can't buy a tile in that direction, so that might be out of our reach unless we founded a new city, and I don't want to found a new city. I kind of just want to make do with the uranium that I have. I wonder what Maria did to get as much influence over Tyre as she has. Because that's crazy. She's just got a ton of influence. I'm checking while the turn is changing here. I'm checking to see if there's any. We've met a new city-state. Really? Okay, I was checking to see if there's any Latin pagan influence in the New World, and there's not, unfortunately. Oh, interesting. So there's a new city-state right there. Oh, Poland's their ally. Huh. Okay. Well, that'll help us in future turns. All right, let's go back to Tyre and give them another 250 gold. Yeah, we're just going to work on him and see if we can steal him from Maria. I don't know how much influence she has over them, but it's a lot. Trade-wise, no one has any trade route set up with Warsaw, so there's no point setting up the East India Company there. So instead, why don't we do an arsenal to beef up that city a bit? And then maybe a stadium, followed by a police station, an armory, medical lab. Lumber mill there. Trading post there. Gonna get those infantry to fortify. Oh, and yes, this is our new great engineer, so when we're ready to build a new wonder, we can send him places. We have one in Kume as well. So we are now moving towards the completion of the Sydney Opera House, which will give us a nice culture boost, I think. Well, not a huge culture boost, but we're at 738 now, thanks to our golden age. And a bunch of other factors, really. Again, this is one of the downsides of late-game Civilization 5 is turns take a lot longer to process. It's kind of similar to Total War, how long it takes. Which is saying a lot, because Total War turns can take forever. There are so many factions. There it is. 1 free social policy and 50% culture in the city contains 2 slots for great works of music. Must be constructed in a coastal city. Duh. Everybody knows that. Let's see, what else can we... +1 gold and -1 in happiness for every 2 citizens in the capital. I'm surprised I never... Excuse me, I'm surprised I never did that. I guess I just went a different route looking for happiness. So we have all of aesthetics. Huh. What would be the best next policy to adopt? So adopting commerce would give me additional gold from Rome immediately. Adopting exploration wouldn't help me with anything right away, but then the very next policy I could get extra production in all my coastal cities. And extra happiness from every harbor, seaport, and lighthouse. Yeah, seems like exploration is where I want to go. We're going to go for that one. Neapolis. Oh, good. We can build the Louvre in Neapolis. Tell you what, let's build that in Circe. And just to make sure no one beats us to it, we'll send our great engineer. Whoa. Don't know what that was. Okay. Neapolis can now build... Ooh, a nuclear submarine. That'd be fun. You can't. A nuclear submarine doesn't automatically attack everything in a nuclear way, though. Just to clarify that, it's a submarine that can have nukes on it. So we'll go ahead and build that, just to have it. So we didn't get a huge culture boost, unfortunately. We're up to 760 each turn, but we're gonna get another +5 from finishing the Louvre. As well as some additional great works of art. And we're going to get a great artist. So that's good. That will help us rekindle the Golden Age so we can continue having this awesome cultural bonus that we've had for several turns now. All right, so these infantry are healed, but I'm going to keep them fortified. Casimir is plotting against Askia, so let's share the intrigue with them. Askia is friendly with us again. We're going to build a military academy in Rome, a medical lab in Cumae. Let's go for another nuclear sub in Ravenna. Why not? That's right. The CN Tower is building in Mediolanum right now. So that's going to be really nice when that fires off and we finally have that. Eboricum. What do I want to build in you next? Let's do a museum. We'll go ahead and queue some stuff here. Queue some stuff up here. I cannot talk today. Museum, police station, stadium, airport. Sure. We have room for 2 more trade routes, and I really need to get on that. All right, we're going to send this guy back to Palenque. Send this one back to Vancouver. And let's... I only have 1 turn left to try and influence Tyre, so... Yeah, okay. We weren't able to steal them. Maria has more than 239 influence with them right now. So, I don't know if our vote is going to pass. We'll see. I think most civilizations, except for Askia, are going to vote against us to install order as the world ideology. If we win, we get extra delegates. All right, let's see. Time to vote. Interesting. So there are a lot of people who want to vote for the Songhai proposal. I don't think I have any trade deals going with him right now, do I? No, I don't. So that won't hurt me. I can repeal that in future turns, because that's mean. You shouldn't want to embargo the Songhai. Again, they're at war, so Maria's just trying to hurt her enemy. So I'm going to try and be very duplicitous, and I'm going to put all of my votes into this world ideology. Because maybe if they get tripped up and they try to vote for both and try and split some of their opposition with their support for the embargo, because apparently 16 delegates, as you can see there, from different civilizations want to vote for that. So there's 2 civilizations basically that want to. It's Hiawatha and Maria that want that. So yeah, hopefully by just throwing all of our votes into this world ideology situation, we can win it. All right, let's go ahead and build... Let's switch back to research in Antium. A medical lab in Arpinum. Oh, wow. Lots to build in Poznan. Let's see. Museum, hospital, police station, hotel, military base, armory. Perfect. All right, not much left to do in this area. This trade route is that trade route that I just renewed is continuing to give food to Rome, which is really helping us catch up with a lot of this stuff. All right. There are a lot of tiles that need to be improved. All right, we're 1 turn away from the Louvre, which is good. Oh, wow. The Maya are not happy with this. We're just saying very well. We're going to respond as positively as possible. And we'll see how that vote went. And the next turn, we can also give 500 gold to Tyre. So maybe we can finally take that city-state from Maria. It's 2010 now. Ooh, Vancouver's in all of us. That's good. We got some additional influence over Vancouver. For doing what specifically? Culture. Oh, yeah. Our culture is insane right now. All right, the world ideology passed, but the embargo against the Songhai also passed. So that's unfortunate. That is sad. They do not deserve to be embargoed. Embargoes basically, if I haven't explained them in the tutorial before, embargoes just prevent you from forming any kind of trade agreements, and they prevent that civilization from having any kind of trade agreements. So it's kind of annoying. All right, we're going to start a golden age with our great artist so that we can continue to have just awesome gold and culture production. Meanwhile, we're going to give 500 gold to Tyre, and it is still not enough. You need it. Okay, there it is. It actually tells you. You need another 18 influence to surpass Portugal as their ally. So yeah, they have 275 influence with Tyre, which is absolutely nuts. Military academy. And a lumber mill there. Yeah, we're going to move. We basically have a bunch of forest areas that are just not improved, and we can get a lot of extra production out of all of these cities by building lumber mills, which is why I've been doing that for the past several turns. Ooh, interesting. So I've mentioned this earlier in the series. The people of the Iroquois have risen up and forced their leader to adopt the order ideology. Because there was so much unrest as a result of that new world ideology, the Iroquois actually, they had so much political unrest, he was able to switch ideologies to order. Mainly because we voted it in as the world ideology, increasing that pressure. So that actually does give him additional delegates in the World Congress. But because we're the same ideology now, we also have access to certain abilities like that would provide additional influence over the civilizations. Whether it's Hiawatha or anyone else, for that matter. Anyone who's the same philosophy as us, we have additional influence over them. All right, let's see. Yeah. Ooh, definitely want extra movement for the submarine. All right, let's see how far you can go. We're going to put this submarine off of Mediolanum's coast. 2 turns to go until the next wonder. Which again is going to give us a big happiness and population boost. The Maya are not happy that we're getting along so well with Askia. Very well. Everyone's talking a big game, but no one's declaring war right now. I think because they know I'd kick their butts. So we're moving into 2013 AD. Less than 70 turns away now from the time victory. Moving pretty steadily. Let's see what happens with culture, happiness, etc. We're at 789 and 68 happiness right now. Keep an eye on it. Because it's about to change. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It'll change in the next turn. My bad. Still went up, though. All right. So our nuclear submarine has finished here, too. We're going to give them the naval bonus as well and the movement bonus. And we're going to move them off the coast of Mediolanum as well. Let's just make them a research city. We'll do a nuclear sub insert, say, why not? So I'll have a total of 3 subs. And now we can move this Great Prophet into position and convert Tyre in the very next turn, which will hopefully help us gain some influence over them, finally. Alright, now keep an eye on this. We have 68 happiness, and we have 792 extra culture. Just watch that closely. Globalization is about to finish as well, so we're going to get extra delegates for our diplomats, basically. 68 and 792. Almost there. If you can hear that siren, I apologize. I'm not going to stop recording. It's not loud enough, but it's a noisy Sunday today as I record this. Almost done with the turn. Yeah, the turns are taking a while to cycle now. This is almost surprising. Went up to 865 and 64 happiness. That's awesome. So the extra broadcast towers definitely helped, as well as the extra happiness.
The new electronic interdependent.
All right. And we're also going to spread religion right now. Tyre is now Latin pagan. We're going to give them 1,000 gold. So these guys really want a lot of support. They want us to give them units to help them fight barbarians. And we're not going to do that, but it's good to have an eye on what's going on near our new city-state ally. So we just gained some additional delegates as a result of that. Let's build a medical lab in Aratium. We'll do research in Arpinum, research in Vatican City. And what's the next thing that we want? Sure, let's go for the internet. Why not? We're behind schedule anyway. We need to make sure the internet's invented. And on that note, I will go ahead and cut this episode here, and we'll continue. Again, the internet is going to help us with tourism, so that's the whole excitedness there. So in the next episode, we will start gaining even more ground on our cultural victory. How is that coming, by the way? About the same as the last time we looked at it, but we will continue moving towards that. I would imagine we're either going to have a diplomatic or a scientific victory in this series. I'm not really gunning for either one, but we'll see. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I upload new episodes in the Civ 5 tutorial every day at noon Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT-4 for those of you not in the States. And of course, the series is starting to wrap up, so as soon as this one's over, there'll be something else in kind of a grand strategy or historical strategy type vibe. Actually, the next series I'm going to do is going to be called Eternal Empire, and that's going to be in Attila Total War. It's going to be fun. Don't miss it. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. Thanks very much for watching. Comments are always welcome, and I'll see you next episode.